Hello babes, welcome back to the channel. It's your beauty bestie here, Brown Girl Bella, giving you the luxury news, reviews, and so much more that you've been waiting on. And this week is going to be a week in review for you. So just catching you up on all things that happened during this week, starting with what happened to Bella. So as you know, I love boho braids for the summer. I usually get them every summer since I first started using boho braids as my go-to protective style about 3 years ago. So this year I decided that I would take power and control and put it in my own hands. So I hand chose what colors I wanted to use, what style I wanted. So I hand picked the color myself. I purchased everything that I needed to for it. I washed it myself with apple cider vinegar. I used only human hair because the last time I did not, and I had a very, very bad reaction to it. So this time I decided to do all the things. So just finishing up my makeup application because I already have my base down, and as you can see it's a little shiny today, but I'm gonna let it set. I have my little fan going, so if you hear the humming in the background, that is what it is. It's the fan that's keeping me from spontaneously combusting right here on YouTube. Went there, had a great experience, by the way, with the salon. The salon was clean, it was big, it was beautiful. They had an amazing shampoo massage chair. And if you saw my Bella After Dark this Thursday, you already know what that massage chair do. Okay, check it out. Anywho, like I said, enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the salon. They even fed your girl shrimp po' boy, like fancy. And, you know, swift check-in, swift check-out. Wonderful. Did not like my braider. My braider thought that, you know, she was the superstar. Walked in late, started talking immediately to like her coworkers and everything, and just basically was very, very slow. And when she was not talking to her coworkers, she was chatting on the phone. So all of that really turned me off, especially when she started pulling at my hair, which I had told her in advance that I'm very, very tender-headed and not to pull and not to put too much tension on my hair. And I had to tell her several times not to do that. So for me, she's a no-go. She will never get my business. Never get my business. And my tip reflected that. She will never get my business. Moving on a little happier note, there are two things that came out this week. One, which I had told you about in advance. Babes, I put this on my community tab. On Facebook, I sent it to my IG group. So if you're not following me on Brown Girl Bella on IG and also on Facebook too, I have a Facebook group. So definitely come and follow me there as well. But it's the new Natasha Denona Mini Gloom Palette. Now she released this with, to me, little fanfare. Like I usually see this all over before she releases it. This one just quietly dropped, but I was peeking. So you know I had the 411 already. But when I saw this up close and personal, like when I looked at the shades online and I started reading about what the description of this palette is described as, I had to stop and say, Natasha, I'll let you for a second. managed to give me a palette I didn't even know I was looking for. But you nailed it. Let me explain. So on her website, it says that this 5-pan mini gloom eyeshadow palette is a modern take on moody, mossy tones. That's me all day. Moody and mossy. You know I love the greens. Girl, let me continue. Featuring cool-toned, muted greens and a shimmering pop of taupe and rose. Each shade is crafted in Natasha's iconic matte, metallic, and sparkling formulas, designed to create everything from chic, neutral eyes to trendy, sophisticated, sparkling looks. Babes, this was what I was looking for. This was what I wanted. I didn't even realize it. In a 5-pan shadow, it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And I shared a picture of Tasha put it on her eyes. Baby, I was stunned. I fell through the floor. That's how much I loved it. I could not resist. In any case, I ordered it. It's coming, and we'll hit that soon. The other thing that I ordered and should be coming very soon is one by Valentino. Now, Valentino knows your girl loves herself some rose gold. Look me, I'm using a brush that's rose gold for my eyebrows. So you know I love rose gold. This is his Rock Stud Bullet, lipstick bullet. But the shade is in a lip balm formula. Rose gold metallic lip case. Color is called Extra Pink. And you thought I was not going to get this? Do y'all know me? So that too is coming to Mama because it just gave me all the vibes and all the things. I looked at this thing and I was like, they playing with me. Valentino is playing in my face. He know doggone well I was going to get this. Why didn't he just send it to me? And if anybody out there is with the Valentino team, call me, girl. Because I just want to be in that number. Because I want all those shades. Yes, I'm getting the pink one first, but I am loving all of those shades that are in there. And I think they all need to be on my lips for the summer. I think they do. And because it is a refillable bullet, see I have the gold one here. I missed the purple one, but if I can find that purple one, I'm going to get that too. But I'm like, can I just get that? Please and thank you. Much obliged. So yeah, call me if y'all from the brand team on Valentino, because I need to get that. And this next thing that I wanted to share is not so great news. And frankly, I think it's us. I think it's us, and I think we are to blame. And I'll explain. But it is Ami Colé. Her brand will be closing its doors in September. Now, why I say we collectively are to blame, this brand has been out for 4 years. I personally heard about this brand through my sorority sister, who actually was one of her teachers. And she was like, oh, you should probably get her on your show. You should probably like try out her brand and review it. And I was like, bet. And lost track of it. Like always thought, hey, I got time. Like, you know, it's a new brand. It's winning awards. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But then something else catches my eye as usual in this beauty game, because there's always some new fancy toy that we need to talk about or grab immediately. And so, best laid plans. Fast forward to the article that I read in the trades this week, and I gotta tell you, I was sad, but my heart hurt for this young lady, because this brand was innovative. Like I said, it was winning Allure Awards, and it was barely 2 years old. It had funding, but angel investors and investors in beauty overall, less than 1% goes to people of color, African American women of color specifically, less than 1%. So she was already fighting an uphill battle. She had an investor that had said to her, oh, you know, let me take a look at your brand. Let me review your business plan. And so, you know, she took a meeting with her, and she, you know, recalls it vividly. Like, you know, she went up to her fancy building, her fancy office, and pitched to her the brand, told her what her vision was and everything. And basically, the woman ghosted her after hearing her plan for months. Then all of a sudden, she popped up and responded saying, you know, right now, you know, her brand is too much of a niche. And so she doesn't feel that it's the right investment for her at this time. Basically, shutting her down and saying that her brand is not ready to be a part of her investment portfolio. You're allowed to think what you think, but why take this meeting with this young lady and hear her pitch and hear her speak so passionately about the brand, only to ghost her and then send her basically a piss off letter when it's all said and done? So she moved on. She eventually got investors. And then, like I said, barely 2 years in, and she's winning Allure Awards. And that same woman who poo-pooed her away did come back and become an investor. So that leads me to believe what I know to be true. You got to be your own advocate. You got to be your own support system. You got to be your own cheerleader, because once success happens, oh, people will come. People will come after that. But when you're putting in the grunt work, when you're, you know, striving, when you're telling them, oh, by the way, if you like this content, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to tap that notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I upload, post, or go live. Thank you. Remember, you have to subscribe to get bellified. Child. Only to get a fraction of the people that she actually knows to support her on her media platforms. Like, how is that possible? How is that life? As many people as I know, I should be triple where I am today. With the people I know who know people, I don't get it. I don't get it. And so I say the collective we, because we have content creators on here who are women of color. We have content creators on here who talk about independent beauty brands. And none of us have, to my knowledge, even talked about Ami Colé. Ever. Myself included. Except to say now that she's leaving come September. So babes, we got to do better. We got to do better. We have to invest in our own. Even if you buy one product, one, and review it, for these brands, it can make or break them. In the end, she just did not have the infrastructure with these tariffs going on and marketing costs being raised every year to just, be a drop in the pond. And she just could not sustain it. And I get it. You need to have investors with deep pockets who are able to consistently feed that beast. And that's why, some brands do well and some brands do not do well, because it all depends upon who's feeding the beast. And the beast is the marketing beast. The beast is getting into the hands of those editors and those reviewers of makeup, getting in the hands of, we got a straggler there, getting into the hands of those influencers who are going to review your brand and talk about it, who are going to be as passionate advocates for your brand as you are. Don't worry, I'm putting everything in the description box once I'm done. I know I took a couple of Ami Colé's products and put them in my Sephora cart, and the reason why I did Sephora and not Ami Colé's website directly was that everything for my particular skin tone was sold out. Now I'd be really happy about that if they weren't leaving. So I implore you, check out her brand, go on her website. If she still has your complexion available, grab something of hers. Talk about it. There's still time, I think. The doors aren't closed yet. She said September. Who knows what could happen between now and September? We could get another investor. We can get another couple of investors to go in and help this young lady out. Let's do an all matte look today. I don't usually do those, but today I feel like all mattes, and then maybe we'll put a little shimmer in the inner corner. I'm going to start with this color here, which is called Aria. And we're going to throw that into the crease. Okay, now that we have that color on, I'm going to take my Repre 02 and go into Teak, which I'm going to use as my lid color. And last but not least, we're going to go and grab another brush by Sonia G. This one is from her Lotus series, and this is the Soft Definer. And we're going to go in with Fog from the Golden Palette, and we're going to put that right in that outer V section. I am thrilled to share with you Fenty Beauty Bright, and it is officially called the Bright Fix. It's an instant brightening and blurring powder, and I have it in the shade 04 Peach. Now when you open it up, it comes with a mirror. It also comes with this cute little puff, so you can take it for touch-ups on the go. And I like to use it with my brush, and then if I need to take it with me, which so far I haven't had to take it with me, it's really been doing a fantastic job of setting, especially my under eyes. But I have used this for all over brightness as well. which I will share with you. But let me first go in with my concealer brush. Make sure you wipe it well before you go in, because you don't want to cross-contaminate with your cream products. And then before I go in again, I just wipe it off again, wipe it across the powder, and I just tap it in. Not only does it give you a nice instant brightness underneath your eyes, but it also sets and you can just forget it. And if you want to, like I said, go all over with this powder, I use like a nice brush from Sonia G. This one is her sheer brusher, and I just go over the places where I want to add this powder, which is mostly in my T-zone, to stamp off any shine that may come through or oiliness, but also keep the integrity of the foundation that I use so that it does not look cakey or crepey once you add a powder to the mix. So that is one of the products I've been loving this week. I'm so glad that I'm finally able to share it with you. It is the Bright Fix Instant Brightening Blurring Powder. Go off, Fenty. I love when she comes out with products even aunties can use. This one harkens back to an old love. This is the Chanel mascara, and let me tell you what the name of this one is, because they have many formulas. This one is the Le Volume de Chanel in Black Noir. The other French word I can say really well. All right. I forgot how much volume, lift, and separation this mascara provides. I was going to use another one to double up on, but I feel like you just need to see this Chanel on its own. That's all you need to see. This mascara just does it for me. So it will continue to be a staple. Other thing that I wanted to share was a limited edition this year, but as all things, it will come back. You just got to be prepared. This is the Christian Dior, and it's called the Dior Forever Glow Luminizer in Coral Glow. Now, this packaging is limited edition, but I believe you can still get Coral Glow. But let me tell you why I love this. I love this. First of all, it's pink. Second of all, the glow on here. Do you see the glow? Do you see that? And it's like, I know it's sitting on my face, but I feel like it baked in a little bit and then popped out with the glow. If I'm making sense here. I feel like it's not just sitting on the face, but it is one with the skin. Maybe that's a better way to say it. It is one with the skin. It's giving you, we are together. We go together. And then we show you how much we go together. Because this glow is otherworldly. And when it comes to glow, you know your girl knows her glow. You know she know. And I gotta say, this has been one of the best purchases of 2025 thus far. One of the best. Okay? And that's saying something, because this year I've been very, very picky about what I wanted to actually purchase. So you know, if it did not make the cut, it did not make the cut. And you know what I mean. So let's finish off with the lip. And again, harkening back to an oldie but goodie, I have so many of these Tom Ford lipsticks. And excuse me, lip glosses, not lipsticks. So many of these. And every year I rotate new as the old ones are either going bad or are finished. And so I have been utilizing this one. And like I said, I don't know if it is still available. If it is, I'll link it. But baby, this kind of gives me what I think that Valentino Extra Pink is going to give me. Like the tone of it, I feel might be similar to the tone in the Valentino. If so, I will definitely use them separately and together to give you a look. But let's just say you want something bright, but you don't want a lipstick. You want something, you know, that just gives you that brightness, but not too far. Here we go. Tom Ford for the win. All right, babes, that will complete the look for today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Did you get the new Natasha Denona palette? Are you going to buy some Ami Colé products? Are you getting that new Valentino? Are you pulling out your old products and re-zhuzhing them again for 2025? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments below. And until then, you have now been bellified. Love you for watching. You can build fire.